Hello, welcome back for another math lesson with Mr. Hopkins. Today we're starting Unit 3, brand new unit, and it's going to start off rather tough. So let's see how we do. We're going to start factoring polynomials. So remember, factoring is a number or quantity that, when multiplied with another, produces the given number or the outcome. And GCF is the greatest common factor. So that is the biggest number that goes into each monomial or each part. So this first example says factor each of the following polynomials by GCF. So what is the biggest number that goes into both 6x squared and 15x? Well, the biggest number that goes into 6 and 15 is 3. And the most x's they have in common, the 6 has x squared, so that means x times x. So that's really written like this. And the 15 times x is 15 times x. So the most x's they have in common is 1. There's 1 there, and there's 1 there. So they each have 1x. So if I take that out, what's left remains in parentheses. And I divide them. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. If I take 1x away from 2 x's, there's 1 left. Bring down the plus sign. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And if I take that x away from the only x that's there, there's no more x's. So what you can do to be sure that you have the correct answer is distribute. So 3 times 2 gives me the 6. X times x gives me x squared. So this first piece is correct. And 3x times 5 gives me the 15x. So my answer is correct. Number 2. Between 5 and 25, what's the biggest number that goes into both? Yes, that is 5. And then between x to the 4th and x squared, the most they have in common is x squared. So if I divide 5 divided by 5, I have 1. If I divide x to the 4th and x squared, remember when you divide exponents, you subtract them. So 4 minus 2 is 2. I can leave a 1 out front, but I don't have to. Bring down the minus sign. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And if I take x squared away from x squared, there's none left. So this is really challenging. Number 3. Between 6 and 10, what's the biggest number? 2. Between x squared and x, only one x. So let's divide. 6 divided by 2 is 3. X squared divided by x, remember, subtract the exponents. 2 minus 1 is 1. Bring down the plus sign. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and x divided by x is 1. Number 4. Same thing, but moving to 3 terms. So between 16, 28, and 32. $16 does not go into 28. So the next factor of 16, 8 does not go into 28. 4 goes into all of these. Yes, 4 is the biggest GCF. A to the 6, a to the 4th, and a squared. I take the 1 with the smallest exponent. So here we go. 16 divided by 4. 4. 6 minus 2. A to the 4th. 28 divided by 4. 7. 4 minus 2. and 32 divided by 4. And then a squared minus a squared, or divided by a squared, is 1. Number 5. Between 2, the number in front of the c squared is 1. 2, 1, and 5, they don't have anything in common. No GCF. But c to the 5th, c squared, c to the 7th, they have at least 2 squareds, or 2 c's, excuse me. So 5 minus 2 is 3. I'm going to have 2c cubed left there, plus c squared divided by c squared is 1, plus 7 minus 2 is 5, so 5c to the 5th. Number 6. 6, 18, and negative 24. 6 goes into all of those. X squared, x, and the 24 doesn't have an x, so I can't take an x out of there. So what's left is x squared. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Still has its x. And 24 divided by 6 is 4. Okay, let's try number 7, and then I want you to work and see how you do on the rest of these. It'll be for extra practice. So number 7, 28 and 32. Biggest GCF between 28 and 32. It's still 4. We did that one up here with the 16. So that's going to be 7x squared, bring down the minus, 8, and that's it. Remember, let's distribute and check our answer. 4 times 7 is 28. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. 4 times negative 8 is negative 32. And then I also have my x squared. So go ahead and work on these next few, see how you do. And if you have any questions, which I'm sure we will, please reach out.